Hey, I'm Andre Jackson from Cork Tree Cellars here at the opening of this beautiful new Linden Square. I'm also on our Downtown Tea Business Association board with the City of Carpinteria, and we are thrilled to have all these new businesses join us and liven up this portion of the Downtown Tea. So welcome, Linden Square.
Hi there, it's Lance Orozco from KCLU, the NPR station here in Carpinteria, and it's exciting to be a part of this grand opening today and to be able to help tell the story about this new exciting part of Carpinteria.
Love your stuff.
Thank you very much. Well, we love the coastal view.
This is the first new ownership of this property in over 128 years.
Wow.
Which I found to be amazing. They're taking over from the Hickey Banks Family Trust. And the goal, and I know this in working with our community development department, was to honor what this space was and to kind of cherish that carpentry history. And they did a lot with the way that they designed this place to make sure that they honored that. So that was amazing. I know I'm supposed to stand in a specific place so that doesn't echo. So they worked with, it says here, DMHA Architects. Are you guys in the house, DMHA? Right here? Oh, all right, awesome. Thank you, guys. They're the ones that put together this beautiful space, and with the goal of repurposing the blocks of storage structures. So that's amazing. So without further ado, I'd like to bring up our owners from Anacapa Development, Terry Huggins and Matt Labrie.
Thank you.
It's exciting for us to work with something that's got so much history to it. The family legacy goes back, I'll let her tell it, but it goes back to Island of the Blue Dolphins, which a lot of people are familiar with. And once I personally knew that this property was connected somehow, some way with that family history, I was kind of bummed. And we're really happy to be here. And it's an honor to have worked with you and your family, Terry.
Right back at you. That's all right. So I wanted to bring this picture because this is a photograph of the original Hickey Brothers general merchandise store that was here in Carpinteria back in the late 1800s. My great-grandfather, Glenn Hickey, ran that store. And I just heard today from Jimmy Campos that there might be a little controversy here, but I have always been told that this store was located right on this corner of the property here on Linden. And then in the early 1900s, I think about 1911, 1912, my great-grandfather had a bigger store built on this other corner, which is this building that you all, if you've lived here for any length of time, remember, with the metal building and the original building, and it was called On Wakes for many years. We still own the property, but we leased it out. So anyway, I just wanted to share this with you. And I also want to give recognition to John Wilbrandt, because this is a painting that John Wilbrandt is something like John Wilbrandt drew or painted that for our family back when he was in high school, and where he was famous, and he painted it from a photograph. So you just can tell from this what a gifted artist he really is, and was before he even became, famous and went into that line of work. I have another one I wanted to bring, which is a picture of the old Night Eater home as well, that John Wilbrandt also painted. That I didn't bring that picture. But I guess I will just tell you, as I already mentioned, so this property has been in our family, the Hickey family, since the late 1800s. My great-grandfather ran this general merchandise store, and then he married my great-grandmother. Can you hear me? Okay, back on. He married my great-grandmother, Delia Nightingale, who was the daughter, not sure it's something. She was the daughter of John Marion Nightingale.
Is this one on?
I'll talk louder if I need to. Okay. And John Marion was the brother of Captain George Nightingale, who is the captain that brought the lone woman from San Nicolas Island. That's the connection to the island of the Blue Dolphins. And Terry shared with me that that book, when he was a young boy, was the first book that he actually enjoyed reading, and it developed his love of reading. So,
It's true.
so I just want to give a lot of credit to Terry and Matt, because I don't think it's often that when people buy a property, they actually are interested in hearing from the people that used to own it. And Terry and Matt spent a lot of time talking with me about our family history and wanting to honor that with this building. And I can tell you personally that I see it. And I told Terry that when I drive down the street today, it's very hard for me. My heart hurts sometimes when I look at this and say, oh, that's no longer ours. And then I look at this building and I just have to tell you, it just makes me happy because it is fabulous. It is such a great addition to Carpinteria, and it does honor the past with the old Butler building. The windows have been opened up on Linden Avenue like they used to be. You reminded me those are called chevrons, but down the 8th Street side with the chevrons, that is, for me, that reminds me of the old building, but it's so much better done. It really is. It's just a gorgeous building. So I just want to say thank you, Terry and Matt. And we personally, as a family, couldn't be more pleased with the result of this block of Carpinteria. And I just think you are such a great addition to our community. And Carpinteria is very fortunate to have you and your vision. Look forward to being here.
This one on, yeah. One's left.
So Terry alluded to it, and so did Michael. When we bought this property, we spent some time talking to the community. We talked to staff, we talked to the Rotary groups, talked to the Downtown Tea, talked to business owners and locals who just had an opinion, right? We wanted to know what people thought. So we ended up landing on this project, this what we call an adaptive reuse, because it really did resonate with and answer some of the concerns and questions that the community brought up. In life, there's way too many things that we buy for cheap and toss away, right? There's a lot of plastic in the world. And there's, the wonderful thing about this project is that we were able to take beautiful purpose-built structures that had kind of run their course. They'd had a useful life, and they needed to be reborn. And so we were able to strip away kind of the years of hard work that they performed and give them new life. And what we call the butterfly building, really DMHA redesigned we rebuilt the ground floor pretty much exactly as it was in terms of footprint and added a second level. The Butler building, which had been kind of hidden by a plaster facade, was uncovered. We stripped it back to its bones, its steel, and concrete, and then clad it with wood and glass. And what we call the hardware building at the end really needed some character from day one. It was a functional box. So that was our approach. And I think, as we went through this process, not only did we have fun, but it was incredibly gratifying to work with the city of Carpinteria. And, I think Michael and Nick and Brian and just everybody that we've worked with at the city has been wonderful. And that process started with your elected officials hearing what we had, our vision for the project, and blessing it and taking a risk on a couple of guys that are unknown. Though I'll tell you, my parents are here, and they were here when they were first married. Lived down by the beach. My wife Wendy is here. We lived down by the beach when we were first married, so we feel like we're locals. But you took a risk on us. You supported the project. and it was wonderful. It was a good process, and developers can't always say that. And the city of Carpinteria has been really good. Thank you, both city staff and elected officials.
The only thing I would like to add is we're now standing in what I consider to be the heart of the project. I felt like, and Matt and I, after we bought this, we're trying to conceptualize where are we going to take it functionality-wise and aesthetic-wise. And it just really felt to us like there was no central gathering spot that people could hang out, come with your kids in their strollers, bring the dogs, please bring the dogs. Just have fun, sit down, eat, drink in a really comfortable setting with no pressure. And we just couldn't find that in Carpinteria. And so we saw not only a need that would, I think, benefit the community, but also a real purpose in this project. And so what we're standing in right now is sort of like that. It's sort of the outdoor living room and dining room for the community when they want to come, hang out, eat, drink, just talk to their neighbors, play with their kids in the back. There's going to be a lot of events here, Tim. So,
that's a good segue into when we conceptualized this project. It was also important to us to be additive to the community. We didn't want to compete with what was here. We wanted to add to it. A rising tide lifts all boats, both brand new and big, and those that are small and have been here for a long time. So we hope that this project gives locals a reason to come back downtown, try something new, and visit your old favorites and hang out. Right? Just to add to what Terry said, our hope is that you would come down, spend your day downtown, try something new, visit your old favorites, even try some oldies that you haven't tried. So that Carpinteria, come on up. And as we were searching for tenants, we looked for regional tenants, locals that weren't already here, but were in the region and brought something unique, something of quality to add to the downtown. And that's hopefully a segue into Michael's going to help us introduce our tenants.
And thank you, Matt. I do just want to add a little bit onto that. One of our council's goals that we've adopted is to maintain that small beachside town. And a lot of times we've wondered where do the businesses fit in that? What does small mean? Does that mean that when we make an order, the food's out in 5 minutes and then we can park right in front? And that means small. So, as people just kind of hang on by a thread and a decoration or ornament in this downtown. And that's obviously not what we mean by that. We want our businesses to thrive. We want our owners to be able to live in town. We want their kids to go to the schools that our kids go to. We want them to be able to be on the nonprofit boards. And so when we think about what that small beachside town is and how we work with our businesses, we want them to be successful and thrive. And we feel like this is a great example of that. And we're really happy for, what Matt and Terry have done. So with that, I'd like to really bring up our businesses here. They're not coming up by order of importance or promises of a free ensenada taco or anything. That I swear it's alphabetical order. So while growing up in Guadalajara, Mexico, Chef Ramon Velasquez's mother and grandmother taught him how to make traditional Mexican dishes. So I'd like to bring up Chef Ramon from Corazon Cocina just to say a few words.
I didn't know how to be up here because part of the deal was I had to cook. So first of all, I just want to say that this vision of Terry and Matt is huge. For Carp, I get emotional. Let's speak, but Carp. I moved here when I was 60s. This is the first place I came to Carp. So when they told me about the project, to come here and put a restaurant, and the first place that I came to this country, it was a huge honor and just a great blessing for me. As far as kind of like the tenants that are here, our friends, the other restaurants here, is such a I think Carp is lucky and blessed to have such a great group of restaurants to come here and not compete with other restaurants or take away their businesses, but to add to what's already great here. There's a lot of great local restaurants that have been here for a long time, and we want to just bring more energy and more people so that this town can be a great little beach town, better than what it was before. So that's our goal, to produce great food, same food that we do at our other restaurants, Corazon Cocina. Our focus is going to be seafood and vegetables. So we're going to make some great stuff. And yeah, thank you very much for...
Yeah. Because the food things and the tacos, so okay. If you have not had the tacos, I highly recommend. So thank you. Now I'd like to bring up, so over the last 50 years, Channel Islands has grown from a local grassroots operation to a cutting-edge organization catering to the best surfers in the world. So if I can bring up from Channel Islands, Scott Anderson and Aaron Smith.
Where's my wife? Come up here, Kate. I look like Aaron Smith, but I'm not Aaron Smith. Scott Anderson isn't here. I'm Britt Merrick. This is my wife, Kate Merrick. We are owners of Channel Island Surfboards. And it's such a joy for us to have this retail space in Carpinteria. I was born on 7th Street 53 years ago. And when my parents started Channel Island Surfboards in 1969, they started it from 7th Street. And we historically have always been located in Santa Barbara as more of a business center throughout the years. But several years ago, we moved our manufacturing over into the, industry area here in Carpinteria. And so to have this retail space here is such a joy for us. I was born in Carpinteria, lived my whole life here. I'm going to die in Carpinteria. So might as well be with all you guys and get a little business done. So thank you so much for the project and support. Love you all.
They're bringing their touted Santa Barbara coffee to Carpinteria.
Dart.
They source only the finest organic, fair trade coffee beans from small lot indigenous farmers. So if I could bring up Erica Carter, David Dart, and Carter Holman. Hopefully the names I'm saying are people that are here this time.
Here comes one.
Here's Carter. Take it away.
Dart Coffee.
Hey guys, thank you. Erica is on her way back from Paris. She wishes she could be here. David's over here in the back, making the coffee. We're so honored to be a part of this amazing project. Amazing team that's making it all come together. And not open yet, but coming soon. Very soon, hopefully.
Thank you.
Dart Coffee.
So I would have had these notes more memorized if I didn't spend the first 20 minutes debating between whether it's mache or maker, but I did find out that it is indeed maker. So hailing from Goleta with their love of community, owners Lex and Josh created Maker. They're a small local shop for locals supporting small batch artisans and makers from all disciplines. So if I can bring up Lex and or Josh Maker.
Thank you for welcoming us to Maker, everybody else. Yeah, we're excited to be here. We'll be opening in July. And like you already mentioned, we support small independent businesses.
Hold the mic close.
And we'll be opening this July, so come see us then. Thank you.
Next, I have Olada Yoga Pilates. Olada is your wellness destination within Linden Square, which is a beautiful addition to our community, locally owned and operated by Casey Glassman. So if we can bring up Casey Glassman.
Hi, my name is Katie Glassman. So I'm representing Olada. We're the Yoga and Pilates studio here. We're really honored to be bringing a community wellness space to this beautiful project. We are also not open yet, but coming mid to late June. So really looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you. And next I have, I forgot to check the pronunciation of this. Patty Pugli from the Shopkeepers. This is a popular Santa Barbara Funk Zone store that's coming here to Carpinteria. It features diverse goods for men and women, including apparel, accessories, home decor, art, and lifestyle products. So if I can bring up Patty.
Like them to eat.
And John. How did I do on your last name?
It's Pellier. Everybody knows that. Don't feel bad.
I should have had her change her name when we got married. John Simpson, isn't that easy to say? Whenever I go to the dentist, it's like, what's your address? It's a lot of... Anyway, we're really happy to be here. I discovered Carpinteria when I moved here to go to high school. I won't tell you when that was, but fell in love with it immediately. Took me a while to get back here for good, but our daughter got to go to Lou Grant, and you all know what a great place that is. And we are so excited that we are welcomed into this project by Terry and his team. And we're going to make this a fantastic place for you guys to come and gather over at our shop on the corner. And I'll let Patty go from there.
Thank you, everybody. We are so excited to be in Carpinteria. When we owned a house on Shepherd Mesa, I used to drive down Linden when this was just empty, and just thinking, gosh, this is such an opportunity for the right people. And the right people found it and created this beautiful space. Jody, oh my God, it's just so gorgeous. So, it just kind of came together that we got the corner spot, and we are thrilled. We're doing menswear, women's wear, apothecary, and it's such a beautiful space with this big skylight. So we're installing art. We have Kellen Meyer's art. She's a fiber artist. And we're also showing, we acquired some work by Laura Lynch, who has passed away, but she collected art. I collected trash from the beach and created these amazing assemblages. And I can't wait to share her story with you. Her work is really moving, and we're just so thrilled to be here. Also, we have our house brands, Waxing Poetic and Dreamweaver, and we can't wait to show you everything. So we'll be open.
Hopefully in a week.
Hopefully in a week, yeah.
Patty fell off a horse in the backcountry about a week ago, so things got
Here.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
So the next business there, the diverse menu of delicious food and extensive beer selection makes it the perfect spot for a laid-back Saturday afternoon. I will be doing some data gathering on the other days of the week and how that works as well. If I could bring up Third Window Brewing, Chris and Micheline.
Well, this ain't dying in this desert. They serve burgers that week. Up here. Now there's the meat. It's usually called it like them. I just that there. But that means
Wow. I've been coming to Carpinteria. I'm one of my best friends. I playing music with him for many decades. He was just here. He left. His son is on our team now. My son goes to school here, and I'm just really humbled and honored to get to be working with all the people who've done this project and all the people who are sort of on the hospitality side of what's going to happen in this courtyard. I'm just really excited and elated to get started. I'm going to go keep tending this fire so we can keep the smoke levels down and the meat tasting delicious. Thanks.
yeah.
And last but not least, Tina's is the little sister restaurant of Bettina and Montecito. They're going to have the same naturally leavened crust and creative, thoughtfully sourced toppings. It's a perfect spot to grab a pizza salad or bottle of wine or two. If I could bring up Rachel and Brendan from Tina's.
We should tell us going to get cheap. Let's make it and big.
Hi. Hi.
We're very excited to be opening after 2.5 years of working on this project. It's going to be the same very delicious pizza that everyone loves at Tina, but with a more casual vibe, and you don't need to make reservations. You can sit in this beautiful courtyard, and we're just really excited to have another space for people to get our food and be with the community and have fun.
Yeah, we also, in addition to the restaurant, we also have a small retail area. So, you know, a nice wine of wall of wine, as it goes. And then specialty items like things that we like to eat, spices, oregano, chili flakes, sardines.
Awesome.
No, we're just excited to share the things that we love with all of you and all of Carpinteria and all the people who travel up and down the coast.
Cool.
Thank you. Well, on behalf of the city and our city council, welcome all of these wonderful businesses to Carpinteria. That's a wrap, folks. So enjoy the space. I'm gonna go get in line for the smoker, and I'll see you all around.
Wait, there's more. One last thing, if you could, we're gonna do ribbon cutting right now. So I like to. Shame on me for not mentioning our contractor, McGilvery Construction, who has from day one done an amazing job at both, managing a fairly constrained site. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of room to wiggle, and they have done a great job and produced an amazing product. So if you need a great contractor from anything from, schoolwork to like this, McGilvery Construction. Members of the crew are here. I just saw Russell do a little fist bump in the back. Steve, the owner, is also here. The tall guy with the glasses. And I'll talk to them after. Congratulations. Super excited to see the community of Carp come out and show their support. Now starts an amazing time of Carpinterians coming down, explore. There's a bunch of restaurants and retail shops, Pilates, lots of stuff to explore. So come on down. We're looking forward to seeing you. Why did it take so long? Development by nature is a long process. It is, in this day and age, it just takes a lot of time. And what's nice is that the city of Carpinteria has done everything possible to make it go quick. And in development standards, this was pretty quick for this size of a project.
Well, it looks like you have a quality product here.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, we really took what was historically here and we brushed off the years of wear and tear and repurposed and reclad these structures for the next generation of users and community patrons to enjoy for many, many years to come.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm Kathy Hollis. I think this is absolutely amazing. It's stunning, it's modern, it's got so many seating areas, conversational areas. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. I fully approve.
You are?
My name is Michael Holliday. I'm an architect with DMHA, and it's my partners who, Ed DiVicente and Ryan Mills, and specifically Mike Stroh, are the ones who manage this project. But I can tell you a little bit about keeping it Carpinteria vibe was sort of the real important part of this whole project for them, and getting it through the entitlement process, incredibly challenging. But our team did an awesome job, and the developers, Matt and Terry, were incredible, and McGillivray, the contractor. This was a team effort, and Jody did all the FF&E here, the fixtures, furnishings, and equipment. And so Jody G, she was, sort of all the layers came together on this, but we feel like it's total Carpinteria, centric, And a lot of the vendors here and businesses are very old school, old time Carpinteria people or new people that complement the mix. So that's sort of the architectural vision, and you can see it happening here with you know, the way we use the rehabbing the old buildings, like leaving these old existing structures. It would have been probably cheaper and easier to tear it down and do something else, but that wasn't the vibe that we wanted to keep. So being able to sort of rehab and repurpose these buildings for the next 100 years. So that's kind of the vision that we had.
I'm Britt Merrick of Chalon Surfboards, and this is our new retail location in Carpinteria at this beautiful development right by the beach.
Any thoughts about Rincon Designs going out of business?
We love Rincon Designs. It's such an institution for Carpinteria, and we're sad to see them be out of business. We were looking forward to being down here with them, but we wish that family all the best. They're icons in this town.
Dennis Mitchell here from Carpinteria Valley Radio. And of course, we're here to cover the opening of Linden Square. It's a historic day for our little town. Even when any store opens, one store, everybody flocks to see what it's about. So this is a huge deal, and it's going to be a huge hit, I'm sure of it.